Ladies and gentlemen, I have more of a stake in this movie than you might think. I know it's a DC movie, so that might sound kind of weird to you. What stake could Joel have in the DCEU except having to always talk shit about the Snyder Cut? It sucked, by the way. Look, I have a podcast, link in the description below, and long time ago, we talked about James Gunn and how he could breathe new life into the Suicide Squad. And let me preface, before we found out that it was sort of like a full reboot, you know, it wasn't like a sequel or anything. I understand they're bringing like Harley back, but it is essentially a reboot. I was thinking maybe they were just going to bring him in for the sequel, try to like, you know, revamp it. And I said, if this movie's good, I'll get a Suicide Squad tattoo. The more that comes out about this movie, the more we hear about it, the more images, teasers we get. It's starting to sound kind of good. And I'm terrified of having to get some sort of Suicide Squad tattoo. If James Gunn can make the Guardians of the Galaxy as popular as they now are, he can probably do this too. I should have known. That shows the hubris I have of just hating the DCEU so much. Anyway, there's a trailer out for Suicide Squad. Let's check it out. Hopefully it's not good. I've heard it's pretty good.
You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna risk the entire mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
It's coming from a guy that wears a toilet seat on his head.
We don't leave one of our own behind.
Hopefully Harley's still alive.
No funny
There
business,
she is.
Colonel. These are dangerous people.
Team 2 is clear to go.
Fire up. 3, 2.
What are you guys doing?
What? We're here to save you.
You were gonna save me?
It was a really good plan, too.
Well, I can go back inside and you can still do it.
That's patronizing.
I'm so sorry. Harley
In
quit.
the middle, climbing the building. That's good. That's classic James Gunn.
You know the deal. Successfully complete the mission, you
Rooker.
get 10 years off your sentence.
Pete Davidson.
You fail to follow my orders in any way, and I detonate the explosive device in the base of your skull.
Classic Suicide Squad.
So this is the famous Suicide Squad.
Nathan Fillion. I like that they brought back Boomerang, not gonna lie. There he is.
Nom nom.
Any questions?
And
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
we're all gonna die.
I hope so.
Fuck's sake.
Here's the deal. We fail the mission, you die.
We
Sinking
find out
Shark's
any
pretty cool.
information you give us is false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No.
If you cough without covering your mouth.
Harley, although that isn't an open invitation for you to cough without covering your mouth.
What's the plan?
What the hell am I supposed to know?
You're the leader. You're supposed to be decisive.
And I've decided that you should eat a big bag of dicks.
This whole beach was completely covered in dicks, and somebody said I'd eat every dick until the beach was clean for liberty. I would say no problemo.
Why would someone put penises all over the beach?
Oh
That's why
my.
Mad Men do what they do.
I can see why Peacemaker's getting his own show.
This is suicide.
That's kind of our thing.
Vertically.
Don't you worry, eh? I'm gonna get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
King Shark's eating.
Oh my God! We've got a freaking kaiju up in this shit!
Steve Agee. Oh, Starro, huh? I was wondering how Steve Agee was going to play into it.
It's like angels are smooching all over us.
Okay. Wow. I'm currently taking recommendations of what sort of Suicide Squad tattoo I should get in the comments below. That looks fucking hilarious, man. I mean, look, objectively good or bad, in comic book films, that's so tough, you know, to decide between. But it does look fun, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. All of the characters look like they play off each other so well. Idris Elba and John Cena just look... They're banter is going to be, I think, some of the top tier writing in this movie. I like that Nathan Fillion's character probably dies pretty early on. You see him in that opening shot, and then you don't see him ever again. I have a feeling most of them are gonna, like, most of the ones we don't see towards the end of the movie, like Pete Davidson, Nathan Fillion, Michael Rooker, Boomerang even probably, are probably gonna die really quick, brutal deaths pretty early on in the movie to show, you know, it's a Suicide Squad. And can we talk about brutality? King Shark rips a dude in half, not like horizontally, you know, like we've seen the Hulk do in comic, but he rips him fucking up from down, dude, through the crotch. That is savagery. At one point, I almost choked on my beer. Harley says, if you have personalized license plates, will kill you, which is a 100% dig at Jared Leto's The Joker in Suicide Squad. His license plates, if I'm not mistaken, say ha ha ha, and that is, I mean, James Gunn just punching people in the dicks. He's like, you can't do it as good as I can, and I'll even do it while making fun of you. That is the James Gunn that we know, the dude that wrote PG porn. Slither, he is just one sick, twisted motherfucker with a good sense of humor. I should have known that the dude who wrote the only Zack Snyder movie that I like, The Dawn of the Dead, that I shouldn't have bet against him. This looks absolutely balls to the wall, fun as fuck. I'm really enjoying seeing John Cena enter these like more comedic roles and not just like, I'm buff and can punch things. He's proven himself to be funny. If anything, it just makes me even more excited for the Peacemaker show on HBO Max. Look, aside from like maybe, you know, Guardians 2 wasn't perfect, but James Gunn's career has pretty much made him like an impossible wrongdoer to me. Everything from like I said, writing Dawn of the Dead to PG porn, Slither, Super. He brought Guardians of the Galaxy to what it is today. To me, he's just, I feel like he can take anything, if anything, especially these shitty B characters, and make it fun and make it worth our time to watch. And come on, Starro, add that in there. I'm sure there might be like an overarching bigger villain, but how absurd is a giant starfish as a villain? I feel like only James Gunn could make that work. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this episode of Not Safe for Work Nerd. Go check out my last video, which is the Mortal Kombat video, the best video that I've ever made. Views and interaction from you guys wise. It got me a lot of followers. Thank you everybody who is new here. But also, Falcon and the Winter Soldier episodes 1 and 2 have dropped, and a video of mine that is over a year old that is gaining traction again is, who is John Walker, the U.S. agent? There is a new Captain America in the show, and I made a video a long time ago when they announced that Wyatt Russell would be in the show about who this character really is and if he's going to be as good as Captain America was, or if he falls to the dark side. Wrong franchise, whatever. Go check that out if you're so inclined. If you want to be surprised by who U.S. Agent is, I also understand. Follow me everywhere on social media at I'm the LA Nerd. And as always, see you later, nerds.